We are now live. So thank you for everyone who's watching this. We are joined today by none other than Tyler Gregg from Amped. Tyler is very much a Google Ads specialist, and he's going to talk to us a little bit today about how Google Ads can really, boost the sales for your clients in your agency, specifically with a view to, how they can be used to drive traffic to Amazon. I believe.
Yeah, Richard. Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yeah.
Thanks for the intro there, Richard, and thanks for having me. And excited to talk about Google Ads today, and obviously specifically about how AMP's engaging with agencies to bring Google Ads to their clients. I think it's such an interesting topic, especially when we think about Amazon agencies. They have such deep expertise in a variety of things on Amazon, obviously from Amazon PPC, DSP, listing optimizations. They'll have obviously different types of Amazon agencies, but most Amazon agencies don't offer Google Ads to Amazon as a service, even though it can be an incredible revenue stream for Amazon sellers. It's just something that most agencies have never done before. There's a reason why, which I'll kind of get into a little bit more today, but excited to share what AMP's been doing to engage with the agencies directly to help them expand their service offering, which is a huge win, right? It's a win for the brands that they work with. They can tap into a new revenue stream while still having the partner that they know and trust run it. But it's also a win for the agency because it allows them to expand their service offering, upsells, cross sells their current customer base. Obviously, a lot easier to generate more revenue from current customers than it is to go find new clients, right? So this is a great way for agencies to add on to their current service offering.
Yeah, totally. I agree. I think it's very underrepresented. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you've got to share here.
Yeah, definitely. And I have just a few slides, not too many to go through, but some that will kind of help understand and lay out what is Google, why does it matter, and then how we work with agencies. So I can go ahead and share my screen here and just walk through a few slides. And obviously, we can stop at any point and have conversations. If there's any questions, feel free to message us in the chat box or the Q&A bar, and we can answer them as well. But when it comes to Google Ads, we've seen it have such an incredible impact on driving rank. Yes, you can find conversions. Yes, you can get direct conversions from Google, sending it to Amazon with the help of attribution and the way that AMP sets it up. But it's really all about rank. And I think what's cool about it is we've been seeing it for years in our data, but it's very, very clear that Amazon is encouraging external traffic right now. We've seen it for about a year and a half of working with Amazon sellers, of sending traffic straight to Amazon, and sellers just report an increase in organic sales, a lift in ranking, and it's all white hat. Like, this isn't rank manipulation. This is just something to where it's clear that the A9 algorithm favors external traffic and sees it coming in, and kind of as a thank you to the brand for bringing in external traffic, they see more organic sales, higher ranking across the board. But then it was even more clear, obviously, when Amazon their brand referral bonus. This is for US-based sellers right now, where Amazon gives on average a 10% of product sales kickback. So if you bring in $1,000 of revenue from an external traffic source and it's tagged correctly, Amazon gives you $100 as a credit towards your seller fees. So pretty clear that Amazon wants external traffic when they're actually willing to part ways with their actual dollars and cut down on those seller fees, which, we work with a lot of brands, and seller fees are the worst part of selling on Amazon. One of the worst parts. I know that there's some gripes elsewhere, but it drives sellers crazy, right? And rightfully so, especially when you bring in this traffic from an external source. It's incredible that Amazon actually discounts those seller fees and says, thanks for bringing in this traffic. And it's a great way to subsidize, this additional ad spend as you kind of tap into a new source. But we've seen that for 2 years. But what's incredible now is we've always referred to the impact on Amazon ranking as the halo effect. You bring it in, something happens with the ranking, and all of a sudden this halo effect where you're getting more sales. What was incredible, though, was Amazon actually publicly acknowledged this about a week and a half ago on a webinar that they hosted for us. So Amazon's brand referral bonus team and Amazon Ads, they hosted us on a webinar to talk about external traffic and how to tap into the brand referral bonus and everything. And on that webinar, they actually presented 2 case studies where they publicly acknowledged for the first time ever that external traffic helps your Amazon ranking. They referred to it as the snowball effect. We call it the halo effect. Maybe we'll be switching it to referring to the snowball effect if that's what Amazon's going to call it. And then they also publicly said that external traffic boosts seller ranking and sales. These are the quotes here from that webinar that they did, to where Amazon published these on their case studies. If anyone's interested in them, just message us after and we can send you these case studies. But there seems to be a snowball effect from doing the brand referral bonus program and driving external traffic. And then over here, the brand referral bonus program boosts Honest Pause bestseller ranking and sales immediately. So we've seen in our data, this is no surprise to us, but it's incredible that Amazon's actually publicly acknowledging this. And that is actually increases your ranking and total sales.
Do you know what sort of accuracy they're tracking this with? Sorry to interrupt. Like, how are they actually successfully tracking, like Amazon? How are they certain that they're tracking everything accurately?
Yeah, great question. So obviously with attribution and the direct conversions, you can track it accurately with Amazon's beta program, Amazon Attribution, which amped automatically implements for you. I'll share more about that in a minute. But in terms of tracking total sales and ranking, there's a variety of ways to do it. Obviously, most brands look at their top 50 or 100 keywords or whatever, and measures that from before and after they turn on external traffic. That's how we kind of teach it. We also teach our brands and our sellers to look at tacos. If you have a 10% tacos before you turn on Google Ads, then you turn on Google Ads for a few months and you look and your tacos is still at 10%, you've remained as efficient, but your total sales have gone up 1.2, 1.3x. So you're making more sales at the same efficiency, even when you add additional ad spend in with Google Ads. That's a very clear indicator that you're getting that boost, that halo effect or that snowball effect. We don't really recommend tracking the rank on specific keywords, since we're not manipulating rank on any specific keyword. It's more of a rising tide lifts all boats situation. So we really recommend, look at your tacos, add in your Google ad spend into it, and then see if your sales have been increasing and you've been remaining as efficient. It's a little bit tricky because there are a lot of variables that go into ranking. You could turn on Google Ads and at the exact same time, your competition could spend $1 million more in Amazon ads, right? So there are variables that you need to try to suppress a little bit and try to control them as much as possible. But the tacos equation and factoring that in is kind of the most straightforward one. Simplistic for sure, but if you can control the variables, it's a great way to really measure it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so we've been seeing quotes like this for a long time. Our sellers report things like this all the time. Upper left here, Amazon clearly values external traffic. Within weeks of turning on external campaigns, my total product sales took a nice jump. And I actually accidentally turned off my external campaign. For one of my products, my sales quickly dropped. Another one here in the middle, we were getting 40 sales per week prior to turning on external ads. Now we're consistently seeing over 100 sales per week. So we've been hearing quotes like this for a year and a half, like pretty consistently. And we always would go to Amazon and say, hey, are you guys rewarding external traffic with ranking? And they were always like, we can't really comment on it. We can't comment on it, kind of thing. And we knew what was going on, but it was just never had that confirmation for sure. So it's super cool to see when they actually did that case study that it very much confirmed all the data we'd been seeing. So one of the things that I always think about when we think about external traffic and specifically Google Ads is Amazon ads is really bottom of the funnel. To where when people search something on Amazon, I think 40% of people buy that product. So a lot of Amazon sellers are taught to be very ACoS focused, right? Dollar in, dollar out. And they don't do a lot of full funnel marketing, to where if you're a traditional D2C company, you need to be building awareness at the top of the funnel, making sure people know about your product. So when they're ready to buy, they remember you and they buy. It's a longer term investment, to where it's not $1 in today, $1 out tomorrow. It's $1 in today, a few dollars out a couple months from now. So there's the awareness stage of a funnel. Then there's a consideration, which is more middle of the funnel, to where they did their research over the course of a few weeks. They've started to understand what they want. Now they're considering a few different products. Most Amazon sellers are not investing in this stage of the funnel because it's too far away from the transaction. And then there's the purchase stage, to where it's Amazon ads. Like, people will search for it and they buy it same day. And I think what's interesting about how Amazon's now encouraging external traffic is sellers really need to start thinking about the full funnel. And I think part of this plays into that snowball effect, the halo effect, to where if you show an ad to someone outside of Amazon, they see it, they become aware of your product and your brand. They might not buy it tomorrow, so you might not see it in your ACOS. But if they buy it a month from now, your brand is still getting that sale, your product's still getting that sale, but you might not see it in your ACOS on that external traffic campaign because it's outside of an attribution window. So it's so important to remember that there's multiple stages of a funnel, of your marketing funnel, and you do need to be filling every single stage here, especially now where Amazon ads become so competitive. If you can fill the full funnel outside of Amazon, there's this opportunity to grow pretty significantly. So we always talk about awareness, consideration, and purchase. Now, where Google Ads fits into this is it's in that purchase phase. It's really in that purchase and consideration phase. But if you do it right with the right data, you can find the purchase intent keywords. And that's why Google Ads is such an opportunity for agencies to add on this service to their clients. There's over 9 billion searches per day on Google. And if you have a way to bridge them to Amazon, see what's converting in that purchase phase, and also see what keywords and what search terms people are searching on Google that lead to those conversions, all of a sudden you have this opportunity to not replicate Amazon ads, but create a similar platform because of the search intent, because of that purchase intent that you can find on Google.
You say 9 billion searches a day?
Yeah, 9 billion searches per
more
day.
More than one
per
person in the entire world, isn't it?
It's crazy. It's crazy volumes. And it is important to remember, not all of these are purchase intent. Yeah. A lot of these are on the awareness stage, right? And if you try to just do Google Ads, and the reason people haven't done Google Ads to Amazon before is because it's hard to find those purchase intent keywords. You need a specific data set to really understand what's going to work and what isn't. Otherwise, you're going to spend a lot of money on the awareness stage, which might give you that snowball effect, might give you that halo effect, but it's hard to track. If you can find people in consideration and purchase phase, much easier to track, much easier to see a pretty direct dollar in, $1 or $2 out kind of thing. Now, agencies haven't been offering Google Ads to Amazon as a service historically. I know a few that have started to in the last year, kind of first movers and really figuring it out. But we're really, really confident, a few years from now, every brand on Amazon is going to have to be marketing a full funnel. They're going to have to expand beyond Amazon ads and diversify their ads investment. Amazon ads is just too expensive now. And you can't, $1 should go into Amazon, but $2, $3 need to be expanded beyond the walls of Amazon to fill the full funnel, to grow your brand, and not just move more products, but to actually grow your brand. And we've been talking with a lot of agencies, and the reasons they don't offer Google Ads, Amazon as a service, at least Amazon ad agencies, is it's not their bread and butter, right? They know Amazon ads really well. And historically, they haven't had the same data set that they get on Amazon ads to make and optimize Google ads efficiently. There's just a lack of data. They don't get keyword level data. There's no way to track attribution. So they've always looked at and said, hey, like, I know Amazon ads. I know I can crush it for my clients there. I'm going to stay right there. Now, with this program that AMP's rolling out, specifically designed for agencies, we're empowering agencies with the data that they need to create a similar experience that they can deliver on Amazon ads, but to do it on a second revenue stream, which is Google ads. And this is how AMP helps. We're essentially that bridge between Google and Amazon, offering a fast, simple, and effective way to harness the power of Google to improve rank and drive sales for your clients. And what makes AMP really do well here is we have over 7 years of building Google ad technology, and our background is Google to D2C. About a year and a half ago, we said, let's send this Google to Amazon. We have over 20,000 campaigns that we've put through our system. So we are essentially the guinea pigs for agencies. We're not an agency ourselves, we're a technology, but we learned, we succeeded, and we failed. We succeeded and we failed, and we succeeded, we succeeded and we failed, and we succeeded again. And we know what products work really well. We know the nuances of Google to Amazon. And we created this agency certification program to teach those nuances, all of our learnings and all of our failures. We've essentially packaged up, and now we can hand over to agencies to use the AMP technology and deliver Google ads to their clients as a service. It's something that we're super excited about because we can remove a lot of the risk. I think a lot of agencies don't want to add on Google ads just because they don't know how effective it's going to be. They don't know which brands or products it's going to work well for. We do. And so we can give that knowledge to agencies and help them be pretty targeted with which of their brands, which of their clients, which of the clients' ASINs they say we should go market on Google ads, and which ones they should stay away from. Because there's a lot of products that just aren't well suited for Google ads. We know which ones those are, and we can make sure and help navigate agencies through that process. And one of the other things too, just a little more background on Amped, is over the last year and a half, we've been working with the Amazon ads team. And one of our learnings was mobile campaigns converted significantly better than desktop campaigns. And we're looking at it going, why is that? We're not really sure that makes sense. It should have pretty similar conversion rates. Desktop should probably even be better, since people are actually, at their desktop. They can look at all the products, find the right one, and then purchase it. And what we found, though, was on a desktop experience, when you click a Google campaign, over here on the left, that customer who clicked your campaign on Google would land on your product listing page, and Amazon would immediately put this widget at the top of the page, the top of the landing page, and the first thing consumers would see was your competitors. So your product's here, and Amazon would immediately show 3 competitive products, often with more reviews and at a lower price. You look at this one right here, $16, 9,000 reviews. This one's $13, 28,000 reviews, right? And so Amazon was giving this experience to consumers, and there was a leaky funnel. And what we did was we brought this to, and on mobile, that wasn't happening. And so we brought this to Amazon and said, this is a bad, I thought you guys were encouraging external traffic. Why are you doing this? And so our CTO actually worked with the Amazon team for about 6 or 7 months, going through testing to see, okay, what would happen if we removed this widget? And by we, I mean Amazon. What if Amazon removed this competitive widget for external traffic to improve the experience and really to, again, incentivize brands further to bring in external traffic, improving conversion rates and all that. And just 2 weeks ago, Amazon launched the update, and now the architecture on a product listing page is completely different now. When you send in traffic from Google Ads and it's tagged appropriately the way AMP does it, these products no longer show. And instead, that widget is replaced with, instead of competitive products, it's replaced with products from your brand. So now when a consumer comes in, they get this, hey, you might also like this product from your brand. So now what's cool about this is not only is there no competition there, but you're also starting the process of cross-selling more of your products to the consumer that's already shown interest in your products.
That's awesome. And is it too early to tell, or has that helped the desktop catch up with the mobile sales? It's only
too early to tell.
Yeah.
Too early to tell. Only 2 weeks of data. We know it's going to improve conversion rates for a couple of reasons. First off, like the logic's too strong, right? You have less competition, the funnel's tighter, it's just not going to leak. But we also, I mean, Amazon tested this thoroughly to confirm that Amazon still makes as much money, right? Like Amazon's not going to implement a change that leads to less conversions, right? And so we know what's going to happen here, and the conversion rates are going to improve, and it's all geared right to upping the ante, making sure that there's no excuses for brands to bring in external traffic. The external traffic is obviously good for the brand. You know, it diversifies your marketing. It taps into a completely new customer base and a stream of revenue, but it's also good for Amazon, right? Amazon finds new customers. They're able to grow their customer base. They can sell all their products as well. So it is truly a win-win. And it's great that Amazon is so kind of invested in incentivizing brands to do this. Now, into what AMP does here and why AMP's able to help agencies in the way that we do is we're incredibly scalable piece of technology that enables agencies of all sizes, a couple clients to hundreds, thousands of clients. We're able to teach your team, your account managers, your ad specialists, the nuances of Google, and then provide the data and the campaign creation in a scalable way. So what AMP does is we automate the attribution process so that we're able to give full visibility into keyword level data. And what this looks like, I'll show you a screenshot in a second, but you're going to have campaign level data with Google and Amazon data stitched perfectly together. But then we also pull back that curtain and reveal what keywords are working. Historically, if you want keyword level data on Google Ads, agencies would have to create hundreds of individual tags and manually put them onto every single keyword inside of Google Ads. So it just was not scalable. So agencies were like, we can't do this at scale. The margins aren't going to be there. We can't do this, right? What AMP does is we automate that process. One tag reveals all the keyword level data. So in 5 minutes, you can create a campaign, have all the data you need to optimize that. We call it scaled attribution. So we do that, but then we also track attribution across all products. So an example where you send traffic to this landing page and a customer looks at this product, but they end up purchasing this other product from your brand, our attribution is able to see that conversion and credit the original campaign so that, you know, hey, it's sending in really good traffic. They're buying from my product. They're buying from my brand, even if it's not the individual product that they purchased. And then the last part is automatically doing the setting up brand referral bonus tagging. It's kind of funny because if an agency or brand enrolls in the brand referral bonus program to get their 10% kickback, Amazon starts emailing saying, hey, you've enrolled, you need to create this tag. And they have all these instructions on create the tag in Amazon, go outside of Amazon and put the tag in this area or that area or this area. And it's kind of confusing. What AMP does is you can just ignore all of Amazon's instructions. Your brand referral bonus tag is automatically created and dropped onto the AMP campaigns. So like you can just ignore everything Amazon says. And I know a lot of
everyone does that anyway.
Ecosystem. Everyone does that. Everyone loves to ignore Amazon. And so we make it easy. And another way to just ignore what they're telling you to do. And then, so this is what it looks like. I've mentioned a few times is kind of replicating the Amazon ads experience. If you think about your Amazon ads, you have all the data you need. You have impressions, clicks, cost conversions, revenue, click-through rates, average cost per clicks, all that stuff on Amazon ads. For the first time ever now, you can get that same data set when sending Google traffic to Amazon all in one place. In this case, I have a screenshot of a campaign from the AMP dashboard, impressions, clicks, and cost from Google, stitched and married perfectly together with conversions and revenue data from Amazon, calculating your ACoS right here. So at a campaign level, 13% ACoS. That's pretty good, obviously, especially for a second revenue stream. But we reveal the data. So just as you have the keyword level data on Amazon ads, you now have that keyword level data on Google ads. So in this case, these top few keywords are getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% ACoS. So really, really efficient keywords. Now the question is, how do we get more budget into them? And those are the strategies that agencies are really good at. And when they have this data, all of a sudden, like the sky's the limit because they know how to optimize campaigns like this. And AMP gives them the data and the platform to do that. Another example here, again, data stitched perfectly together at a campaign level. Up here, 22% campaign level ACoS. But actually, that campaign can be significantly better if we could just push more budget into this keyword or this top keyword, which is getting a 6% ACoS. So again, what AMP's really excited about with the programs that we've been putting together to work with agencies is the ability to give the agencies all the data that they need in order to do what they do on Amazon ads really well, and now implement similar strategies on Google ads. So now you have two kind of similar platforms all working together to drive rank, to drive sales velocity, and really that perpetual retail flywheel that's so important. Now, excuse me here. What AMP also does is rank is a very important part of external traffic. We always teach that the ROI is your ACoS plus brand referral bonus, plus that snowball effect. So AMP helps track that too. We know agencies have a lot of ways to track rank and evaluate their flywheel and tacos and all that stuff. But one of the things that we do is we show your ranking relative to your Google campaign. So in this case, this top graph is your Google ads data. Campaign started right here, and you can see the campaign progressing over time. Here, you're able to track a few Amazon search terms, and you can see that there were no keywords ranking in the top 500 when this campaign kicked off. And after a few weeks, about 3 or 4 weeks worth of running and sending this Google ad traffic consistently, all of a sudden this keyword started showing up top 200, top 150, top 50, and it got all the way up to the top page on Amazon ads. And so it's just a really easy way to see that snowball effect, that halo effect, as you consistently bring in external traffic. We also track bestseller rank. So in this case, you can see when this campaign started right here, this product was very low in its respective bestseller ranking categories. And over time, very quickly, it shot up on the bestseller ranking. And then it's hard to tell in this graph, but this is continuing to climb. Like right here, we're at 574, we're at 111, 92, 60, 40, and then we can get all the way down to 31 here. So it's that consistency of sending in really quality external traffic that can deliver that snowball effect. Again, campaign started and this gradual, pretty steady climb up to that top page. And then the same thing for bestseller ranking. Now, that's what the AMP technology does. What we've put together for agencies is this opportunity to really provide this in-depth preemptive analysis to help agencies understand what brands are best suited for Google. I mentioned earlier, 20,000 campaigns that we've run through our system. We know what works and we know what doesn't work. And we've put together a package for agencies. If you come to us, you talk to us, you share a little bit about your brands, we can tell you which brands you should go pitch Google ads to and which brands might not have success on Google, to which maybe you don't want to pitch to. And I think this is such a great opportunity for agencies, because if I was an agency, I wouldn't want to go pitch a new revenue stream without historical results and just say, trust me, I think it's going to work. But if you work with AMP, we can say, hey, of your 50 clients, of your 20 clients, like these 12 clients are pretty well suited for Google. You should go pitch them. These 8 clients, hey, we've looked at their products. We've done the preemptive analysis. We don't think they're going to be very well suited for Google ads. So don't pitch them. And all of a sudden what this does is you're kind of stacking the deck for you as the agency, to where when you go pitch Google ads in this new revenue stream to your brands and your clients, you have a pretty good chance that it's going to be successful, and that you're adding a revenue stream for the client, so they're going to be happy, and you're adding a revenue stream for the agency because now you're going to charge them for more managed services and whatnot. So that's something that we're really excited to kind of start to share with agencies, and to give them that kind of that knowledge transfer and that analysis and that strategy, so they can be smart about adding this as a service. We also packaged our AMP agency certification program, to where as an agency, you guys are really good at running Amazon ads. there's nuances to running Google ads. It is not the same platform. People search the platform in different ways. And we are going to be able to teach you the nuances. The certification program, it's a bunch of videos and trainings, and then it's a evaluation test at the end, to where once you pass it, that unlocks an additional access to Amped, where we can schedule one-on-one consultations and really provide our experience to these agencies to help them get the most from Google ads. And with that agency certification program, if you just go to amped.io/agencies, it's a password protected page. So what you need to do is you need to reach out to our agency team, have a quick conversation with them, make sure this is right for your brands, and then we'll give you the password to this page, and then you can go through the certification program. So that's really what I had today in terms of walking through what AMP's doing with our agency partners. We're super excited to finally allow agencies to add on Google Ads as a service for their clients. If you guys are interested in this, you want that consultation, it's free, by the way. Like we get on calls, give you that education, all that for free. Just reach out to us, amped.io/agencies. And then our agency partnership team will reach out and kind of start that process, start that evaluation, and help you understand if Google Ads is appropriate for your clients.
Awesome. Yeah, sounds incredible. I have a couple of questions around this, for agencies. I'm sure this is covered in your training, but what is the main kind of benefit when agencies are pitching this to their clients that they're looking at? Is it like the efficiency of the ads versus Amazon ads, or is it the ranking, or what's the main sales point, if you like?
Do I have to say one, or can I give you three?
No, three's fine.
So the three, and I would say in order. So the first one is the impact that external traffic can have on ranking. So it's a rank controlling tool. The second one is diversifying your marketing. $1 goes to Amazon ads. That stays there. How do you expand once you've maxed out Amazon ads? How do you expand and diversify a little bit more? That's where Google Ads is the best channel to do that, because of the purchase intent. So rank control, revenue stream, additional revenue stream. And the third one is being less reliant on Amazon ads. So it's kind of back to that diversification of your marketing thing. But Google Ads is often less expensive than Amazon ads at a cost per click level. And when you find the right keywords, all of a sudden you can be spending in the right spots, but for less. We see situations all the time on keywords where Amazon actually buys the traffic themselves on Google and then resells it on sponsored ads on Amazon. It's genius by Amazon, of course, but like iPhone cases, for example, that costs 13 cents per click on Google Ads. Amazon pays for that click. They send it to a search result page on Amazon and sell those sponsored ads for about 98 cents per click. So if you're selling iPhone cases or products like that, where Amazon's doing this to you, you're sitting on your heels and you're waiting for Amazon to upcharge you. Or you could go out to Google, set up your own campaigns, have all the data you need to make them successful, and advertise in areas where your competition isn't.
Awesome. Anyone who is watching now, if you have any questions, please ask them. I have one more while we wait for those to come in. If you were to look at the same product, which works well with Google, side by side with Amazon advertising and Google advertising, what would like the difference in ACoS and cost per click and that kind of thing look like? Obviously, it's very dependent on the product, but I mean, take a good example of one that works with Google Ads.
Yeah, it's really dependent on the product, and that's just some of the learnings that we try to hand off to our agency partners, is how to think about them, how to understand the industry, how to understand the market. We try not to set the expectation that Google ACoS is going to be better than Amazon ACoS, but it certainly can. We see situations, especially in really competitive markets on Amazon. If you think about, I don't know, say something like a broomstick. If you search broomstick on Amazon, I mean, there's a million broomsticks, right? You're just going to see, you're going to be so many different broomsticks that all look probably pretty similar. If you search on Google and you send that straight to your listing page, you bypass a lot of that competition. So in really competitive markets like that, we can see the Google ACoS can be quite better than Amazon ACoS because you're able to bypass and insulate your product from some of the competition. Now, in other situations, you know, things that we would avoid is like gift ideas for men. Like those keywords are never going to work well in Google because that's such high up the funnel. When we think about, or a keyword like that would be, that is at the top of the funnel. That's an awareness stage, right? So gift ideas for men, that keyword on Amazon, it will convert for your product. It can work and with a good ACoS. That keyword on Google, it's not going to give you a good ACoS because it's an awareness stage search term. You would need to be much more specific, you know, like crystal men's drinking glasses or something like that, if that's your product.
Got it. That makes sense. Cool. Thank you. Viewers who are here, if you have any questions for Tyler, speak now or forever hold your peace. But I will say now, that was awesome. It's super interesting. I personally don't really know anything about Google Ads. Now I do. So yeah, I think this is great for agencies. And thank you to everyone who's joined us. And if you are watching this afterwards, we will share this with everyone who signed up, everyone who maybe missed the beginning. You get to watch what you missed, and everyone on the wider internet. Thank you for watching. And doesn't look like there's any questions. So Tyler, thank you so much for coming.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks so much for having me, Richard. And you are not alone. Most folks in the Amazon world don't know Google Ads at all. And it's not their fault. It's just you haven't been able to properly leverage Google Ads until recently, until really about a year ago was when Amazon really started encouraging it, incentivizing it. So, you know, people are starting to learn it, but it's still a lot of green grass for Amazon sellers. And we're super excited to be here from an educational standpoint. We have a lot of Google Ads experience. We've been doing it for a long time, building Google Ads technology for e-commerce companies, and excited to be able to bring it to the Amazon ecosystem now.
Awesome. Yeah, you guys are doing a great job. Yeah, everyone check out Amped. Go and talk more with Tyler.
Awesome. Thanks so much for having me, Richard.
All right. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.